Hello, YouTube. This is Christian Brindle, Medicare health plan expert and specialist. And today I'm going to be talking with you about how do people on Medicare feel about the tremendous amount of increased Medicare advertisements we've seen in the last year or so. And I found this article very interesting by the Medicare Resource Center. However, this website was clearly just another call center, in my opinion. It looks like they're just another call center-like organization that's just trying to differentiate themselves from the other call centers. But that's okay. I found this article incredibly helpful. If you've missed the videos we put out earlier in the week about just what you need to know about all this stuff and why it's happening and how dangerous it can really be, go check out the videos that we put out earlier in the week. I'm actually going to pin them. I'm actually going to pin one of them anyway, at least right here for you. So make sure that you go check that out because it's going to be incredibly helpful and relevant. But anyway, this website did an ad about readers clearly feeling more Medicare marketing than normal. 77.6% of their participants, which was over 1,000 people that participated. This poll was conducted between October 19th and November 4th, clearly during the Medicare open enrollment period, but I would be willing to bet that these numbers would be still pretty much the same from now until the end of the year because the advertisements have really not tinkered off at all, I feel, and there's a lot of illegal activities that a lot of these organizations are taking place in that doesn't seem to be being checked or held accountable at all. But essentially 77.6% of people voted that, yes, I feel deluded with Medicare-related marketing, mail, TV, radio ads in recent weeks. 19.12% said they seemed like the recent increase, they saw a slight recent increase. So essentially, the way that I'm looking at this is a little bit over 96% of the people that filled out this article said that they at least noticed a little bit of increase in the Medicare-related marketing. 3.12% said they haven't noticed it at all. Those are probably people that don't have televisions and they just kind of stay in the boonies or something like that, in probably my opinion. Or maybe they just don't watch TV much. But I found it very interesting, and I found that their explanation was pretty spot on, and it was one that I would probably give myself. So the article starts off by saying, I wish the responses to our most recent survey were different, but they aren't, and it's hardly a surprise for me. Our survey, which ended today, clearly struck a nerve with our readers. More than 1,000 visitors to MedicareResources.com and HealthInsurance.org's Medicare State Guides weighed in. These readers overwhelmingly signaled that they're well overwhelmed by Medicare marketing in recent weeks. We respond, do you feel you're being bombarded by Medicare marketing? The responses were, and then I already went over that. They ask about why this is happening. Mainly, the answer they give is it was AEP when this came out. AEP is the annual election period. Look at that as the Medicare open season. And it essentially takes place from October 15th through December 7th, where anybody on a Medicare Advantage plan can change their plan to another Medicare Advantage plan, or they can get onto a Medicare Advantage plan, or whatever the case might be. The article accurately points out that there are over 100,000 Medicare agents that are certified to sell Medicare Advantage plans, Medicare supplement plans, and that's a lot of people fighting for your business at once. That probably doesn't even take into consideration all of the large corporations as well, with call centers and things like that. But maybe it does. Maybe I'm not sure. They ask, how did Medicare marketers get my phone number and address? Medicare marketing lists are inexpensive and readily available to anyone who wants to use them for mailing and phone calls. So if you have 10,000 agents in Los Angeles, chances are you are over 65 and live in the zip code. The agent that wants to sell in, you have received a lot of mail since Labor Day. Very, very true. How can they make them stop? I thought their answer was great. This is a way to make people stop calling you. They should never call you again, and if they do, make sure to report them. If you want the calls to stop, respond with, my phone number is on the do not call list, and I will report you to CMS, the Centers for Medicaid and Medicare Services, if you continue to call. Ignoring the do not call list is a serious infraction for agents. That's very true. And I think that's actually a fantastic response, and it's one that you really should be using to get rid of these people. And I guarantee 99% of them will never call again. They take that very seriously, and they know what they're doing is illegal. Let's see. What about in-person marketers? Then we have the door knockers and agent kiosks. You do not have to answer the door ever. And I highly recommend not answering, especially now. I agree. This was during COVID and people that were still knocking on doors. I don't quite understand it. The agents you encounter at tables in the pharmacy and grocery store can be a great resource, but remember that they are going to use the pharmacy where they are located, and that's not always the best plan based on your medication list. Very true and great point. I think this was a very well-written article. Especially important, equally important, you do not want to use an agent or broker who is captive to a particular insurance company. Yes. What captive means is they work for a particular insurance company. So let's say they work for ABC Insurance Company. They are only able to offer you a plan with ABC Insurance Company. And there's a lot of variables that you need to look at when it comes to looking at your Medicare health plan, because if you don't take everything into consideration, you might be on a plan that's not as good for you, and you'll never know it if you work with a captive agent or an employed agent of an insurance company that can't offer you all the different plans. Should I pay attention to the marketers? Basically, what it says is you should review your plan every so often, but no, you probably don't need to. It's nothing that you have to respond to. That's essentially true. That is what I have been screaming about for a long time here. Now, keep this in mind and understand that everything that I said here with this organization is with a grain of salt, because they have a telemarketing number. It looks like they are a call center as well, but I thought they did a great job of putting this article together, and it's very true. What it comes down to is there's an ever-increasing amount of people that are trying to sell you insurance, and the more that number grows, the more you'll see mailers, TV commercials, people knocking on your door, people at booths, people out in public, people calling you out of the blue. Make sure to protect yourself. Make sure to only work with someone that you believe is competent, someone that you know is experienced, independent, can offer you plans based on any plan that's available in your area, and I think you're going to do well. But understand that this is happening. Because you're watching this video, you're taking the time to essentially educate yourself on this large problem that's going on. I actually put out 2 videos earlier this week that specifically highlighted all the horrific things that are going on right now with the TV commercials that are plaguing our airways ever since this article came out. And I tell some stories about how some people very much got taken advantage of and ended up left out in the cold, and not that these companies care. And the main thing I can tell you folks is if you ever get scammed, if you ever feel like, you're in a situation where someone's harassing you or, whatever the case might be, I encourage you, make sure to report it to the place that matters. Make sure to call Medicare directly. Make sure you bring it to their attention, because if they're not made aware of these horrific things going on in the Medicare world, these people are going to run rampant. And even if you don't want to get necessarily involved, the other thing I can tell you is think about how many people you're going to be saving from being taken advantage of. Anyway, folks, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Do you feel like this is a big problem if you're on Medicare? If you do, drop a like on the video. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. Make sure to subscribe so that way you don't miss any informative Medicare informational videos that we bring out on a weekly basis. We try to make sure that we put out at least 3 videos every single week for you that bring you great information, unbiased information, and complete information when it comes to Medicare. But also, we want to make sure that you are in a position that you're getting all the details and knowing all of your options. So anyway, folks, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great day and take care.